Hello, my friends. Welcome to episode 13. I actually had to go look it up and see what number we were on. Welcome to episode 13 of Tell Emma Your Dilemma. Thank you for your patience after quite a little long hiatus. This Emma's Dilemma was just balancing all the things. I live a one-woman show life, and I just had to take a little bit of a break, focus on some other things, but I'm super excited to be back, coming to you from a beautiful autumn day in my neighborhood in London. And I'm excited to get back into some dilemmas. So I actually had a bunch of people reach out and ask me, are you still doing Tell Emma Your Dilemma? And so I took that as a sign that it's time to get back. So I have a dilemma pile. I chose one at random today. I'll get through all the ones submitted in the coming weeks. It's always anonymous. So this dilemma submitted was all about feeling stuck. This person feels completely stuck in their life, stuck in the same job for 15 years, stuck not finding their relationship for 10 years, not dating, not finding their relationship for 10 years, not exercising for 2 years, and just feeling this big block. And I'm sure, I know, person submitted, you are not the only person who feels blocked, who feels stuck in their life. I know I felt stuck many times in my life. And I know for me, if I feel stuck, or if I felt stuck in the past in many areas, I often get overwhelmed and feel like, oh my God, I have to figure out every single area of my life overnight, and it has to be perfect overnight, or I have to, walk before I run. Wait, run before I walk. Yeah. And so I know when we want to change so many things, often we'll just stay stuck because we don't know where to start. And I actually want to first share a metaphor with you. Because again, our subconscious mind thinks in images and thinks in metaphors. So you may not know about me, some of you do, some maybe you don't, that I'm also a classically trained actress, along with being a therapist and a coach. So every summer I've been taking a couple weeks off to do an acting workshop in Barcelona. And I did that this past summer. And in one of the classes was a movement class. And we did this exercise, and it really, when I saw this dilemma, this exercise immediately came into my mind, and I want to explain it and then give you inspiration for how it relates to feeling stuck or getting unstuck. So basically, we're in an exercise of two partners, and one partner, I'll just start with me, was a statue. But a statue not of stone, a statue of clay. So we were malleable, but we were frozen. And then the other partner, the other person would come, literally imagine that our bodies were made of clay and just move our body to just change the statue in a little bit. Literally, it could be as like, if my head is here, you could change the clay of my head to go like this, or to go like this, or to go like this. But we were not allowed to move until the person moved us. Or if your hand is like this, they can move it here. 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 And every movement changed the internal energy, the psychology of the character of the statue, right? It changed the story. And it's amazing how just the tiny movement that was made shifted so much, just the smallest thing. And it was so fun to be on the other side, be the person that moved the other person and could play and say, okay, if I just move this, what does that change? If I just move this, what does that change? I share this because I want to give the example that changing in the smallest way, unblocking ourselves in the smallest way, can have such significant impact on our internal state, on our psychology, on our energy. And that's ultimately what we're trying to change. When we're feeling stuck at work or in relationships or in exercise, we need to change the inside before the outside will change. We need to change our energetic state, our emotional state, our psychology. Okay, you're with me. I'm assuming you're with me. So what I would offer is to start with one area of your life. Don't try and tackle every area that you're feeling stuck. Maybe you just start with exercise. What is the tiniest thing you can do to start bringing more exercise into your life? Maybe it's not doing a full workout. Maybe it's just getting a new pair of running shoes. Maybe it's just researching the kind of workouts you want to do. Maybe it's a gym. Maybe it's online workouts. Maybe you figure out what time of day you want to exercise, right? Maybe you're like, you come up with a plan for the week. Maybe these days I walk. Maybe these days I do weights. Okay, I'm going to start doing it. Maybe the next step is 10 minutes, or then it's 20 minutes, and then it's 30 minutes, right? Breaking it down. How can you move your statue just a little bit, right? Just a little bit. And so with dating, To go from not dating or finding your person for 10 years to have the pressure to go find your person overnight, that's a lot of pressure. Maybe right now it's just saying, what kind of dates do I want to go on? What kind of activities do I want to do? What am I looking for? What are the qualities in the person that I want? Okay, is it an app I want to explore? Is it maybe going to meetup groups that I want to explore, right? Like breaking down, what does dating look like to you? To start imagining it, to start getting excited and changing your psychology, changing your energy to approach dating in a different way. Same thing with work, right? Okay, you're stuck in a certain job. Okay, so what are the qualities you want in your job? How can you just start imagining and being in those qualities? Okay, how can you research the kinds of jobs that have those qualities, right? Do you see how I'm like breaking things down and not doing everything? So maybe you just focus on exercise for 21 to 30 days, because that's how we change habits. Maybe the next month, the next round, it's just focusing on dating for 21 to 30 days. And then it's work stuff for 21 to 30 days. And not doing all of it at once. Just the small movement of the statue. How does that small movement change and create inspiration, right? Okay. I'm going to try and make these episodes not too long. Before they were like 10, 12 minutes. I'm trying to keep them like 6 to 8 minutes. There's always so much I want to share. But I know your time is precious and valuable. So that is the debunking stuck block dilemma. Be your statue. How can you change a little bit and find that new burst of inspiration, right? So take each area of your life, break it down bit by bit by bit, because that little bit is going to change your internal state. And that next little movement is going to change your internal state. Yeah? Okay. Thank you for this dilemma. This is a fun one. I really like this one. Okay. So keep the dilemmas coming. I'll be back next week because I have some more dilemmas in my back pocket. Thank you for your patience. I'm so happy to be back with you all. Mwah. So much love.